Hey, what's up guys and gals, and welcome to another great product spotlight video from Mount Baker Vapor. And today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new product on our website, been available for a couple of weeks, something that I'm sure you will all be very excited about. The Vaporesso Swag Starter Kit. For those of you that are a fan of the Pico, this is something that is very similar to that. So if you can't find Picos anymore, if you're in the market for a replacement one, or you just want a simple upgrade, Vaporesso Swag Kit is probably what you're looking for. So why don't we go ahead and dive down and take a look at it. Here is our up-close look at the Vaporesso Swag Kit. Let's go ahead and open up this pretty little box and see what's inside. Inside our box, it looks like we have a piece of literature on how to choose the right coil modes. The Vaporesso Swag Kit does have several modes that you can adjust your mod to use. There is a variable wattage, a wattage curve mode, a bypass mode, 3 temperature control modes, as well as 2 temperature memory settings. So you might want to give this a look if that's something that you're fairly new to. If you kind of have experience, then dive right on in, but if not, Vaporesso has been kind enough to break it down for you here on this little chart. Also included in the package is some extra O-rings, an extra Pyrex glass tube. Inside the mod, or inside the tank, the NRG SE Tank, they have included the NRG GT2 core. So for those of you that are already using the Vaporesso NRG tank, this is the NRG SE, a little bit smaller edition here, but it does use the same coils, so feel free to interchange those. If you've got some lying around for your Vaporesso NRG, you can use them in here definitely. And if you've ever been curious about ceramic coils, they also included one of their C-cell coils. It is a 0.5 ohm coil. These do take a little bit longer to wick in my experience. I haven't really tried the ones that Vaporesso offers, but I hear good things, so you might want to give that a shot. In the bottom of the box, we have more literature, a very in-depth instruction guide on how to use your Vaporesso Swag Kit. Vaporesso has been really great about providing these instruction manuals, and they are very in-depth, so I suggest you give that a look. More Vaporesso cards, certificate of authenticity, another instruction book, and a USB cable that is pretty heavy duty, and this is pretty standard for all of their kits. Most of the Vaporesso kits do come with a 2.5 amp quick charge. The Swag definitely comes with that, so this quick charge cable that is heavy duty does come in handy. You might want to hang on to that. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Swag Kit mod. Really nice blue finish. Like I said, very similar to the iStick Pico. It has that battery top cap. Very clearly labeled on the inside. Big positive sign here, negative sign on the top cap, so make sure to follow those instructions when installing your battery. Let's go ahead and pop one of our OhmTech batteries in there. Fire this bad boy up. The top cap just sits right on there nice and easy. Very smooth threads, twist right on. And you can see that the Swag Kit fires right up as soon as you install the battery. 510 threading with the spring-loaded 510 connection. This carbon fiber, they call this the IML cover. Very sturdy. I mean, the whole case, it's a good compact size, and it's just really durable. Like I said, very similar to the iStick Pico. So if you can't get that anymore, or you have one and you're looking to replace it, give these guys a shot. Here is our NRG SE Tank. Let's go ahead and wick this up so we can take a better look at the tank. And you're just going to want to screw this right off the bottom. Pops right off. Really, really good sized coil. I mean, you can see the way they've wicked this. It's wicked really well. The cotton in here works good. There is almost no need to wick this. You could fill this up and almost go straight to vaping and not get any burnt or dry hits. However, that's just kind of how we do things. And I don't want to ruin a perfectly good coil, but the break-in time on these is very, very minimal. Let's go ahead and just wick it up anyway. You get some of that Desert Rain in there. You guys haven't checked out Desert Rain from Mount Baker Vapor. A good prickly pear flavor. Definitely one of my favorites. You might want to check that out if you're in the market for something fruity that you can vape all day. And we just screw that right back on. And now let's install the NRG SE mini tank onto the mod itself. Got some very, very nice size airflow slots here. The airflow ring adjusts, nice and easy adjustment. There is some resistance, which I personally like because I'm not going to have this air ring spinning all over the place. You pretty much set it and forget it. This way, all the way closed. And the ring does stop, so it's not just going to constantly spin. All the way open and stop. Now you're locked in that mode. Now to fill the tank, this is a top fill tank. And this has a sliding top fill design. So you're just going to, on the side with the arrow, push like that with your thumb. And you can feel there is some resistance there, which is really nice because with that top fill design, if it's a opening hinge or on some of the other sliding styles that might be out there, there is this sense that that might just come open. And I've never had a problem like that with this mod. It works really well. It holds into place just nice and firm. I mean, look at that. It doesn't get much easier than that. Really large filled juice hole, which is great. You fit that nozzle top from that Desert Rain right on in there. Let's just fill her up. Holds 3.5 mils, but this is not a juice guzzler, so 3.5 mils lasts you a decent amount of time. Let's go ahead and set our coil, and you can see now it reads new load, old load. This is a new load, and you are going to get this every time you install an atomizer on there. So if you change your coil, you're going to see that on there. Plus and minus buttons right here on the side. New load. And we will need to adjust our wattage. We are in variable wattage mode. Let's crank this up to the recommended wattage, which is 40 to 80 watts. Best from 55 to 65 watts. 40 to 80 watts is a really good range on a coil. These coils do have great flavor. The vapor production is awesome. Let's go ahead and start at 65. Won't push this mod too hard. And it kind of looks like my OMTech battery is dying. I should have thrown that on the charger. So we got that set at 65 watts. This mod does run up to 80 watts on a single battery. And there are plenty of options to customize it. So we click this fire button 3 times. So if you click the button down here, this is actually for adjustments. Click it 3 times. It takes you into variable wattage or the wattage curve. We're going to select wattage curve. You need to select that. You just hold down this button down here at the bottom. So to scroll through the rest of the modes here, you're going to hold this down for 3 seconds. Right now we're in temp control. For nickel, hold down. Titanium, hold down for 3 seconds. Memory 1 for temperature, hold down for 3 seconds. Memory 2, Hold down. There is a bypass mode, which is kind of awesome. System settings. Let's go ahead and go into system settings where you can customize. To select that, click 3 times. Okay, so now we can go in here and we can customize, you know, what kind of vaping experience we want. There are different strengths. There is a soft, a normal, and a hard, I believe. And to do that, you are going to go into variable wattage mode. Hold that down. And we're going to change this to high. Normal, high, and soft. So let's go to high. And then hold down for 3 seconds. Hold down. And then you can see the other adjustments you can make. Variable temperature mode, default settings, smart on and off, which just saves your battery life, screen timeout, brightness, a puff counter, and then exit is at the bottom, and you will just hold that for 3 seconds. And then we hold this for 3 seconds, and we are back in variable wattage mode at 65 watts. Basic understanding of how to scroll through the menu. Don't be too daunted by it. There is an in-depth instruction book, which is very, very helpful. And that's pretty much all there is to this Vaporesso Swag Kit. Why don't we go back up, vape on it, and talk about it. All right, so there she is in all her glory, the Vaporesso Swag Kit. Got that nice NRG SE Tank sitting up top on this single battery mod. And look how compact that is. Just fits right in your hand. So even if you don't have giant hands like me, this is definitely sure to still be comfortable. Let's go ahead and vape on it and see how it vapes. We've got it set at 65 watts right now, which is at the maximum for their best of range. Some of you might prefer a little bit hotter vape, but let's go ahead and vape it at 65 with the airflow 3/4 of the way open and see how it is. And it's good. It performs really well. Nice flavor, good dense vapor, and even though that's open 3/4 of the way, it's not too much airflow. It's just the right amount. Like the airflow on this to me is perfect. Go ahead and open up all the way just so we can show you it's not too overwhelming, and crank this up all the way to 80 watts, which is the maximum wattage recommended for the GT2 coil, which is included. And this up and down side scrolling is just great. I love it. Really responsive. We are in high on variable wattage mode at 80 watts, which is the maximum wattage that this mod can push. Airflow wide open. And it's good. It's wide open airflow, and it's still very, very smooth vape. Not hot at all. It is on the warm side. So if you like a warm vape, running this at 80 watts with this coil will be no problem for you. However, NRG does make 3 other options for the GT coil. Something maybe fits your vaping style better than this coil does. So pick yours up today in one of 4 great colors at mtbakervapor.com. Make sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what to do. Check out some more of our great product spotlight videos. Be sure to like them and comment. And until next time, keep it real.